All right, we're going to start off our shop walk today with Abhi and I telling you a little bit about what happened at Isle of Man. And let me just first and foremost say, it is absolutely life-changing, game-changing. It re-inspires every single thing that you've always loved about motorbikes your whole life.
Yeah.
I know I sound excited, and I always sound excited.
You should be though.
But
this is incredible.
It's nuts. It's nuts. Like, tell them what you were saying earlier about just how people are, like on the whole island.
Oh my God, it's an entire, okay, the population of the island is roughly 85,000 people, and then for the event, roughly 40,000 people fly in from all around the world. And to me, it was our first time here, or sorry, there. It gave me shades of when I used to go to, or still go to, Austin for MotoGP every year. And you have 100,000+ people from all around the world go there. But even compared to the population of Austin, that small number of 100,000 people is still like a minimal chunk. And you meet motorcyclists, you see a random person on the plane walking around with a Rossi hat. That's one thing. At the Isle of Man, everyone loves motorcycles. It's this weird slice of motorcycle paradise, nirvana, where everyone's passionate about it. No one's upset that you're going by doing things. They all want to talk to you. They all have stories. Grandmas want to talk to you about bikes. It's the cool. It's just the best.
I think the people that aren't really that big into it, that still live on the island, they want to profit on
like the tourism industry.
On the tourism,
they understand.
They all fly out.
By, yeah,
they all fly out.
Yeah.
And so beyond what he just said about just the racing in general, you go to MotoGP. I've been to Coda. I've been to Laguna countless times. Yeah. And I went to Silverstone a couple years ago as a gift from my wife, but it's not the same. It's just not the same because you are literally arm's length from these guys running by.
Yes.
I mean, I said it earlier on another video. I'll post it later, but my wife was sitting there putting her hands over her ears, and I'm just sitting there soaking it in. Yeah. And you're sitting there drinking a beer, so you've got this beautiful taste of beer in your lips, and at the same time you're smelling gas going by, and flames are shooting out of bikes.
It's incredible.
And it's not even like, and the other thing about it is, if you haven't been to Europe much, the sidewalks and everything and the houses are so much closer to the road. Yeah. So it's so close. Like it's the most incredible thing. And someone made a really good point when we were out at dinner one night, and they go, the cool thing about it is, you can sit at a dinner table or a bar or whatever, or a pub, and then the guy next to you could be a CEO of whomever else. And the guy next to you is, Joe the plumber or whomever else. Yeah. And it's just, no one cares. No one cares how much money you have. The bikes that go by, oh my gosh, right?
There's like cool stuff.
You'll see CBR 400 Fireblades and CBR 250s and ZX 400s and I'll be the whole time, and him and I the whole time going, okay.
It's an island full of the bikes that we, like the iconic motorbikes. It's so cool. And one of the things, so Adam kind of touched upon this earlier about how you're so close to the racers when they go by, but you're not just close to the racers when they go by on your track. They're so casual, I guess might be the word. Like, you see them in the paddock and they're so kind to you. We at one point walked up to Michael Rudder, who is an Isle of Man legend. He was at, he was in the I don't even pronounce it, the Bantam Brewery, or someone's gonna give me crap for pronouncing it wrong. But he's racing at the Isle of Man. He's racing on an RC 213 VS. Yeah. He is taking one of the coolest, rarest motorcycles in the world and thrashing it to an inch of a life, risking it all the time. It is incredible to see. And I, at one point, Arai gave us a helmet, like one of the new Isle of Man livery helmets, so I just brought it along thinking maybe we'll get some signatures. And we go around, and we were outside his place, and I kind of held it up and looked at him, and he sort of pointed and walked over and was talking to us.
He opened his whole tent up for us.
Adam was
no one else is allowed to go in.
What we've done with the 213V here and what we sold, and he had all these stories. During practice one day, the butt pad flew off of his 213V, and Honda wanted to charge him like $900 or whatever. So he put a thing on social media going, hey, anyone that can find this, I'll buy you a beer, sign stuff for you, whatever. Yeah, it's a whole case of beer. Yeah, a whole case of beer. Exactly. Yeah, it was just crazy. It was just like, but that's what the riders are like. You would never see that stuff in MotoGP. Not to knock them, they're the best at what they do, and they're great riders. But it's different in the Isle of Man. They're so casual. Like the day after we left, Michael Dunlop just went to a local town and got fish and he's like he's winning races. He's about to set a record possibly with the Isle of Man for the number of TTs won, and he's just out of town getting fish and chips with the locals and hanging out. So these guys are, even the racers themselves,
super approachable.
Are incredibly nice. Yeah.
I mean, here's the thing: it's pricey to get there, right? So you've got a flight.
Right.
It's hard to get a place. So you really got to figure it out. They've got tents and all that, but even that's kind of rather underpriced. But once you're there, that's it.
Yeah.
I mean, the beer costs can kind of add it up.
you know, if you drink a lot, you pay a lot. I guess
Yeah,
that's more our
people kept
fault.
buying beers for us and drinks, which was also really kind of them.
Yeah.
But most of the night, there's no charges. Like you go into MotoGP and you got to
Oh,
pay
yeah,
for this, you
your
got to pay
paddock
for
cost
paddock
and-
access,
yeah.
you got to pay for this, you got to pay for a dinner or something. None of that. Like you
Yeah.
literally go there, you walk through the paddocks, you're just like one of the guys
Yeah.
or girls or whatever, and it's just awesome.
Yeah.
It was just incredible.
It's very rare that I go do something, especially motorcycle related, where I think like I have to be back next year. I have to keep doing this, and that's all we could talk about
Oh, yeah.
when we were
We
there.
are going every year,
Yeah,
as long as we can. We're gonna keep going.
and
Next-
hopefully you'll join us.
Yeah, we've already booked the house for next year. By the way, I don't
Yes,
know if I told you on the plane. I already booked the house for next year, so
Yeah.
that's done.
Yeah.
We're gonna get some of our staff to go with us. And speaking of staff, every time we take a trip everywhere, we always buy the gifts. Usually we buy shirts and things like that. But I had a few of them ask for some flags and stuff.
I'll hold the bag. You grab stuff.
So first off, before I give anything away, I'm putting these two things aside. Sandro, our old shop manager
Oh,
that took
yeah.
a better a job with a car company that he wanted to work for. Here's your two flags I bought for you, Sandro. You're welcome.
You quitter.
What?
I called him a quitter.
Yeah, quitter. But check these out. These are neat. So I opened one up to show you that, nothing super fancy, but we always do shirts and stuff. Oh, this is the small one. I thought I did the big one. Where's the big ones at?
Hold, please.
We have really huge ones here somewhere. But how cool is that logo?
You're talking about the 5x3?
Isn't that neat? Yeah. So we got some really huge ones though. We got a whole bunch for everybody. Is that a 5 foot? Oh.
Yup.
Huh? Beef jerky. There we go. How about that? Huh?
There you go. Yeah.
How about that? All right, Isle of Man, we love you. We are huge fans. Steve, Ollie, Lalo, who else do we have over there? Yanni. A couple guys are off today, I think. Actually, a few guys are off today. But we got gifts for you guys. Here, let me show you a couple other things we got, which I'm pretty excited about. I don't think I showed you this. My wife went berserk. Got this really cool book. We're going to keep this up in a new lounge so that we can give everybody kind of like a little, some things to thumb through. If you want to
we'll save that. We'll save that for the last.
well, hang on. Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Get to
we'll
that last.
save that for the end. There you go. There's some stuff.
Got some cool, look how excited I am. I'm like a little kid. Got little stickers. My wife knows how much I loved it there, so I got this cool decal that's going on my Rover.
Yeah, go on the Rover. There you go.
A couple of these for some of the guys. This. I've never been a tattoo guy, but I'm tempted.
Is that supposed to be? Is that a temporary tattoo?
No, I just.
Oh,
want
you're
to
just
get
gonna
a
stick it on?
I'll get a tattoo.
Just tramp stamp it.
I don't know.
We were at I can't remember the name of the corner. We'll have to we'll look it up and put it on the video or something. But we were at Kirk Michael, and where this group of people was the first spot we had picked, and we're watching around a fence, and then there was this one guy who was. There was a lot of the weather was so good there. That's why records are falling this year. The weather, we got so lucky with the weather at the Isle of Man this year.
It's gonna be like that from now on, I think.
Perfect. Yay, global warming. But the weather was awesome, and there was this one gentleman who was very proud of the fact that he was from Scotland. I guess he had literally the word Scotland tattooed as a tramp stamp on him. So I feel like you need to just stick that on your lower back.
Only if you do it.
I'll
do it if you do it. And then we'll shave our eyebrows after.
There
All right,
you go.
moving on, real quick shop walk. Let's walk through this. We're gonna do these, give these away to the guys
yeah,
pretty
there we go.
quick. Steve is on an FCR 750. We're cleaning this one up. I think we should do the wheels though, Steve.
I think so.
Okay, nice example. We don't see these much in the United States, but we're gonna get the wheels powder coated. Came to us from Japan, so we'll, has a little oxidation, but we're gonna clean up some of the obvious stuff and get that on the site. GSSR 1100. This one is also for the auction site. That one is also from Japan. Got a cool Yosh Cyclone exhaust with carbon can, as you can see. But again, you get that Japanese kind of stuff, and it's just kind of the trade-off. But you just can't find these anymore. So, does have the cool cowl though. Moving on.
That's a good one. Here you
Where Ollie has the NS400R.
Right here? Right here?
Oh, there he is.
Yeah.
He just finished this one. I've got a video of him running up and down the street on this one. A really cool two-stroke. This one is pretty much ready to go for the auction site. I think he said there was a little bit of noise in the rev counter cable, so well, the TAC cable, I should say. So we'll take a look at that real quick. We have a couple guys off today. This is interesting, actually. This Busa we found in Japan, and the color scheme was just interesting to me. I'm not actually a real big purple guy, to be 100% honest, but I do love tri-oval exhausts. That exit is sick as it gets. Like, this is one of those things, like when I was growing up, I'm like, oh my God, they got that exhaust. I didn't have a bike yet, but I wanted to buy the exhaust. The livery is kind of crazy, right? So it turns out, Yanni just came to us a few minutes ago and says, hey, do I need to take the 01 off? And Abhi stepped in, called this gentleman over here. Can we take the number 1 off?
No.
Wait, hold on. Actually, I apologize. Put this on before you talk.
Why can't we take the number 1 off this bike?
Oh, here, I'll just hold it. This is based off of a iconic anime from the 90s, 97 to be exact. This is based off of the most iconic mech in the entire anime. This is Eva Unit 1. So this is a custom livery that somebody from Japan took upon themselves. This is very common in Japan. People do these really awesome custom jobs. Liveries are kind of the thing over there. So obviously you could see there's some really nice hits with like the Eva Unit 1 badge here. In the back as well, we have some cool little hits in the front with the stickers and stuff. And then obviously the nice purple scheme. It's just an amazing bike.
Come over here real quick, Riff. Get a nice front.
This is Evangelion, so probably one of, I'd say, top 5 most popular animes of all time. Yeah.
So if you don't know Anthony already, he is on the auction side. He writes up some of our script and helps do editing of your photos when you submit auctions on our auction site. And he clearly knows a little bit about anime.
Love it.
All right, that's all we have. A couple of the other mechanics are off today. Some guys on personal leave, and one guy's off on Monday or Tuesday. So there you have it. Please, if you can next year, go to Isle of Man. Oh, one more thing on closing.
One last thing.
If you are an iconic member, and we're going to have a whole bunch about this because we've lagged a little bit on some of the giveaways and stuff. So we've got some really cool giveaways. We're finally giving away a motorcycle.
Yeah.
So we're going to put that on our things for those of you that help us out. Even if it's a $25 member, we are going to send you a postcard. If you remember.
And why are we sending a postcard, my friend?
Because we're going to get some early interest kind of things to see who wants to go join us.
Come join us to do all the stuff that we're so excited about.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
Come do it.
Real quick. So now that we have the UK office for Iconic, right? I mean,
Iconic UK, Iconic Japan, yeah.
So now that we have that facility, we can basically keep bikes there and shoot them over. Can we buy a ferry? It's probably not.
Probably can't buy. I mean, you could buy a ferry, but it would, it'd be cost. It wouldn't be cost effective. Yeah.
I like to do big. So.
Yeah. He's the idea guy.
So that way we're not sending them over there on a rush. We've made a bunch of contacts over there already, and we've already, like I said earlier in the video, we've already booked the home for it.
Yeah.
So if you're interested in going, you're going to send a postcard. I don't know. We got a huge stack of them. This is just
a lot of writing.
Yeah, so we're going to write these out and send these out to you guys and girls. And if you decide to join us, we'll figure it out. We'll help put it together ourselves, get your bike there, perhaps use one of the motor boxes. That'd be cool. Use it for that. Yeah. Put it on our Iconic Ferry. I kind of feel like you're the Iconic Ferry. I'm just kidding. I'm sorry, I couldn't resist. All right, that's all I got. Thank you so much.
Excuse me, I'm going to murder a friend.